Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you tonight for, I believe it's going to be a premiere video at midnight, and this is for the Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, Season 1, Episode 2 review. Excuse me, I was burping a bit because I just got done eating pizza and got done out of the shower a little bit ago. So, yeah, this is for The Rings of Power, Lord of the Rings Season 1 Episode 2 review. So I'm going to discuss what I watched for Episode 2 for this Lord of the Rings review that I'm going to be doing for you guys tonight and let you know my thoughts on it. So let's dive into this Lord of the Rings of Power Season 1 Episode 2 review. Now it continues where it left off with Galadriel, the Cate Blanchett's character from the Lord of the Rings movies. There's someone else playing as Galadriel in the new show, of course, but it's from before Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit and all that. But basically, Morgoth has been slain, and Sauron is the only remaining Dark Lord that's gonna be pretty much taken over Middle Earth or whatever he's trying to do. So basically, Galadriel starts swimming a bit just to get back to shore, to Middle Earth, of course. And she went pretty far in the Southlands, or the South Bend Sea, or whatever, or something like that. I'm not 100% sure if I said the right name of the place, but yeah, she still alive, and she was having to fight a certain fish monster or whatever the fuck it was. Some kind of creature that eats people and all that. It's pretty gross. But yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. It really keeps you on your seat, on the edge of your seat to see what happens next with each episode you go through. This one was a little longer than the last. It does continue where it left off with uh, them finding, I believe his name's Gandalf. I'm not sure. They haven't really gone into detail with that yet, but I think they will in due time. But still, it was a really good episode. And basically, Nori, one of the Hob Feets or whatever is what her name is, found the alien that came from the asteroid, and I guess it's a wizard is what he is or whatever, some kind of being that's a man that's a wizard, of course, because he has unnatural abilities and does some weird stuff and writes in weird languages too. So it's a pretty cool episode, and I really enjoyed this episode. Also, before I get to rating it, of course, um, there is this kid or whatever, Theo, that holds this Sauron's mark or whatever, some kind of sword, I guess it is, for Sauron. I don't know for sure, but basically he has this kind of broken sword that does get forged into a sword later on in the episode, towards the end of the episode, of course. And Galadriel gets stopped by this certain ship with this other guy, and they were with a company, this guy and Galadriel and these other people, but they got killed by the fish monster. The other people did. So, yeah, this was a really enjoyable episode. And Elrond is basically talking to the dwarves, going to the dwarf city for Durin or something like that to talk to Durin, and so they can build, I guess, the Rings of Power. Is what they're going to be building. Something to forge something. I guess it'd be forging the Rings of Power. So, yeah, this was a pretty interesting episode, and I really enjoyed it for sure. So, overall, I think this was an excellent episode, in my opinion. I really had a good time watching it. In my opinion, I think they're doing fabulous job on how the story is going with this show. I know some critics are giving it weird ratings, like under a 7. I'm like, why are you giving it under 7 IDMB? I'm like, freaking assholes is what they are. I'm like, this show is really good, and I really enjoyed this show, in my personal opinion. So, first score for me, I'm giving season 1 of episode 2 for the, what is it, Lord of the Rings of Power. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10 again. This was another really good episode. Had a good time watching it. Maybe some things that weren't explained yet with the wizard or whatever. This certain being that has these unnatural powers that came from the asteroid. But they're going to get to it in due time. So, yeah, it'll probably be close to the end of the season is when they'll get to it. But this certain being is probably going to be the one to stop Sauron and help stop Sauron. So, yeah, this is getting really interesting, this show, and I'm really enjoying the heck out of this show for sure. Can't wait till Friday's new episode, which is September 9th. That's when the new episode's coming out. So until then, comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the season 1 episode 2 review, or this episode 2 review for Lord of the Rings of Power, if you've seen this episode uh, already on Prime Video or online. And if you did enjoy this episode 2 review for season 1 of The Rings of Power for Lord of the Rings, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can, support the channel. I will have another review coming out as soon as possible. This video is premiering at midnight tonight. Just letting you guys know. I'm sorry that I can't have it out sooner. I just got a little busy with other things today and having to eat dinner and other things like that and taking a shower. So it was like, oof. Today was a rough day because I've had to go outside most of the time and how hot it is out there. I'm like, damn, I'm gonna have a rough time on Friday because I gotta do the sign holding stuff. So I'm like, yeah, wish me luck, I guess. So, yeah, it's gonna be rough, but I think I can pull through. It's just some things I gotta deal with, of course, financial, money wise, and all that. But until then, I hope you enjoyed this Lord of the Rings of Power, Season 1, Episode 2 review. I did the best I could to make it as good as possible. My Xbox did a weird thing with its HDMI cord or whatever. So I'm going to be ending this video now by saying thank you so much for watching the Lord of the Rings of Power, Season 1, Episode 2 review. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay safe. Take care, guys. And as always, I will see you in my next review.